Hi everybody, I'm Natalie Leon, and I know that right now the world feels intense and heavy right now. And I also know that we can each show up in our own unique way to help make it a better place when we take care of ourselves first by really looking at who we are on the inside. And I'm here as a mom and an eating disorder survivor and a body image advocate to look at the ways that we can take care of ourselves, especially during everything that's been going on. I always say, and I know you always hear, to love one another. But unless we really truly love who we are, that's almost impossible because we can't possibly give away what we don't already have. We're also told to change the world, but if our inner world is falling apart, that is very, very hard to do. So we have to start to look at the inner landscape within us to really start to figure out what in our lives needs to change first before we create that change. Like take a rose bush, for example. When you see a rose bush, everybody says, stop and smell the roses. But that rose bush knows that there is a time, that there are seasons, that there's a time where it has to stop growing so much and it has to really root and anchor down and nurture itself so that it can bloom and give life and breathe life for others. That is what we all need to do during times like this is, of course, go out and make a change, but we also have to make sure that change is coming from within first, and it's much stronger that way. Why do we do this? Well, first, we need to ask ourselves, how are we showing up in the world? Are we showing up compassionate or are we showing up with contraction? So think of those two words. Are we coming from a place of compassion or contraction? Contraction feels like fear and anxiety and terror and all the things that we've been experiencing lately, perhaps. But compassion is endless and it's opening and flowing and giving and life-giving when we come from a place of compassion and love. And it does have to start with ourselves and for it to move outward. And what this does is it creates this open channel where we can actually use the gifts that we've uniquely been given to be a voice for whatever it is that you need to be a voice for, to serve and help and love on others, because that's what it's about. So what is your gift? Maybe your gift is something that you've actually overcome or something that you're still overcoming. Are you a writer? Are you a speaker, a singer? Are you behind the scenes? Are you behind the scenes perhaps as a grounder and a listener and somebody who tries to ground the energy? Or are you somebody who loves to be in the front and center and you're loud and boisterous? However we show up, just making sure it comes from a place of compassion. And so I want to use this platform, Loving Me, as a place to come together, a safe place to find love for ourselves and create that love from the inside out by self-care and all the things that come along with really truly taking care of ourselves from that inside out so that we can show up for a greater humanity. And I know that we can do this together. So I welcome you and I'm sending you love right now to each and every one of you.